Plaintiff, Colton McElvey, says a couple of years ago he was having problems at home. So he moved in with his cousin. Colton claims his cousin assaulted him on more than one occasion, and he's suing him today because he punched Colton in the face and knocked his tooth out. Defendant Joseph Jacobs says Colton is a troubled kid who smokes crack and uses meth. Joseph admits he and Colton got into a struggle, but says it was because he was trying to pry a bottle of alcohol out of his hands. And Colton's tooth was knocked out when he fell into the refrigerator. He's countersuing for cable bills that Colton ran up, ordering porn.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
A few years ago, I was having some troubles at home, and me, my mom, and my cousin all came to a mutual agreement that we would have him be my mentor, and it was going pretty good. We had about 2 small feuds, and the first one was that he found out I drank a little bit of wine or something, and he came home a little flustered, older from work, and hit me in the side of the head, knocked me over a little bit, and was stomping me on the ground. And then about 5 minutes later, he went outside because I was a little upset about it, and he said he just did it because he loved me.
You did all this to the young man about a cup of wine?
I don't remember that incident ever happening, so I don't know what he's talking about. I do. There's so many times I've had to get angry at him, and
why?
I never once laid a hand on him.
Give me some background on why you had to get angry at him so often.
Setting things on fire at my house, running off with homeless people, and smoking crack and shooting up meth. And
is that true, young man?
I set a rodent on fire, and I never did crack or meth on any homeless people. I smoked weed, yes.
Where'd you get this information about doing meth and smoking crack?
He told me, and I found it on him several times.
Did he ever find anything like that on you?
Later on, yes, he found syringes, but not from not from that time.
How old were you when you were doing this?
How
old are you now?
I was 16, 17. I'm 19 now.
You were 16, 17 shooting up dope?
Yeah.
Wow. Where did you come upon that type of lifestyle? You lived in the inner city, the ghettos of the inner city? Or?
I was just hanging out in Sacramento. I'm from the country.
They got it out there.
They got it out there? Why don't I hear about that? All I hear about is the inner city kids. Okay, I'm learning something. What type of troubles was he having at home before he moved in with you?
The reason why he came to stay with me is I'd been through a time like that with drugs when I was a young man, and I thought maybe I could have a positive, same age when I did that. So not quite as bad. Oh, no, just a little bit of marijuana, stuff like that.
That's
nothing,
big
nothing
difference.
quite that bad.
Right.
But I thought maybe I could have a positive influence on him, so I offered his mom. She's having a lot of trouble with him. They didn't get along. He's arguing with her, cursing at her, disrespecting her, destroying her property, running away, stealing the car, drinking alcohol, just you name it, he was doing it. So I offered to help out.
Did your dad live with you?
He died when I was 10.
Oh.
I think that might be part of why he's acting
Yeah,
this way.
did you ever get counseling after that?
Yes, right after the fact.
After your dad passed? Yes. And did the therapist attribute any of your behavior to the death of your dad?
No.
What did the therapist say was causing your lashing out or your incorrigible behavior?
Just my natural.
Nobody's born like that.
That's not what they said. It's my own conclusion.
All right, what did the therapist say?
They said that I had a lot of problems with my dad dying because I was really attached to him.
Okay, so the therapist did believe it had something to do with your death. And you believe it, and so do I. Yeah. All right. In your attempt to mentor him, did you ever get violent with him?
No. I had to struggle with him one time, which is the reason why he's
this incident
today.
Tell me about the next one.
We were having a small kickback at his house, and I'm hanging out in the backyard with him, and everything's going good. And he tells me to go in the house and make him some drinks. So I'm in the process of doing so, and I'm taking a sip, a normal kid, and I'm drinking a little bit. And he sees that and gets instantly infuriated. And he comes in there really close to my face, and about 10 seconds later, bam, hits me in the side of the face. And this right here knocked that out. And this was all bashed forward. It was all messed up.
Sir?
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
I was in my backyard with my roommate, Melissa, and I have statements here showing this. We were getting ready to have a barbecue. He had been missing for a couple of days, one of the many times he'd been missing. My roommate looks to the back door and she's like, your cousin's back. He's in the kitchen. We had some stuff out to make pina coladas, and he's in there drinking it. So I go in there and confront him about that. So, and I look at him, his pupils are they're like the size of watermelons. They're huge. And I ask him, are you high? And he's like, yeah. Do you have drugs on you? Yeah. Then he grabs the bottle again. I go to get it from him. We started struggling a little bit, and he goes down. What knocked his tooth out was the refrigerator. His face smacked the refrigerator, and he ended up on the floor. And that night I did confiscate drugs from him, also needles, which I smashed up and got rid of.
Anyone have a police report regarding this incident? You went to the police? Let's see it.
I have a lot of evidence.
Did the police speak with you about this incident?
Never heard from him, not once.
Why didn't the police speak with him, sir? Do you know why?
Because when that happened, he bounced out of town. I even got...
How long did he leave town?
2 weeks. I have right here the phone records of him being in Folsom.
Of him what?
Being in Folsom. Because that's where he went to when the cops were looking for him.
I've never stayed in Folsom in my life.
What do you have you saying about Folsom? Who is that from?
Apparently my mother.
Let's hear from you on the counterclaim.
Well, I have here 20 days. I made $18.50 an hour at work. It was at least 20 days I had to miss.
Why?
Work. Because he was bringing homeless people into our house. He would either be high or breaking something or setting something on fire.
Do you know of him having to leave work to come home and address any of your issues?
Only from the first incident, he had to come home early.
Why? Again?
Because he was mad about me drinking his wine.
I don't know what he's talking about right now. I don't drink wine.
What do you drink?
When I do have an occasional drink, I'll have Jack Daniels, something like that.
See, this is a tough case because you both were wrong. You certainly were wrong with all your behavior, and I certainly believe that this was an occasion, like he says, when you came home from having been missing and you were drinking. The struggle began as a result of him taking it out of your hand. I believe that. But the only problem, sir, is that this struggle you engaged in, that you initiated by grabbing the bottle, is what caused his injury.
And don't get me wrong, Your Honor, he's a real talented kid. I love him. I want him to do well. If I was going to get any judgment today, I'd want it to be for him to go to rehab and to finish high school.
Where do you live now?
My mother and my sister.
Did you finish high school?
No.
Why?
I didn't feel like I needed it.
Really? What type of work do you do?
Trying to be a model right now.
Trying to be.
And
what type of work do you do?
Right now, none.
Man, so don't you think that you do need a high school diploma to work?
To work, yes. For my career, no.
Okay.
And Your Honor, he's still calling me daily, asking me if he can come live with me.
Yeah.
In the last few weeks, he's called me.
What's the bills and computer repairs he owes you for?
That was for him downloading viruses onto my computer while he was downloading pornographic material. One computer wouldn't start back up, another I had to get fixed. Also, there was a cable bill from him ordering several adult films.
What do you have to say about that, sir?
That is all true.
Only thing you dispute is that you should pay him lost wages because you don't believe he had to leave work to attend to your destructive activities.
Yeah, all that didn't even happen, all that craziness. I told you that was his first time.
Don't believe you.
It's okay.
Hope it is.
Yeah.
I believe that you were living a destructive life by your own admission. That's why you left your mother.
He still is, Your Honor. He was just arrested not even a week ago.
For what?
Choking his girlfriend, slapping her, and then punching all the windows out of a trailer. And his mom also told me that he rammed his, when she showed me that he rammed his head through a mirror.
Sir, you were wrong regarding the struggle. You can't use force on people at all. Only time you can use force is when you're defending yourself. And so you're liable for the dental bills. However, young man, I believe that you were troubled when you were with your mother. I believe you were troubled when you were with him, causing him to lose wages. Well, you agree that you owe for the bills and you owe for the computer repairs. I'm going to grant you your judgment. In addition to granting you your judgment, I'm going to order that you go for drug analysis, and if you are determined to be drug addicted, then you are to attend drug rehabilitation. Secondly, I'm going to order that you get your GED or your high school diploma. That is my order in addition to your judgment. However, I'm going to grant his judgment also for the exact same amount, $5,000. I believe he lost significant wages attending to your troublesome lifestyle and your destructive lifestyle. I'll also order counseling for you because you certainly need some more counseling. So no one gets anything. Have a good day.